And it's Saturday the 23rd of April, St George's Day, and I haven't done one of these videos for at least 6 weeks because I've been busy doing other stuff. So my poor old motorcycle restoration project has been neglected. But what I have done is found someone who will do tinware for me, and they've currently got my front mudguard and doing some welding work on it, and then they're going to do my rear one, and hopefully for nothing more than the price of a crate of beer, which would be great. In the meantime, I've done an audit on my engine and I thought the engine was complete, but there's lots of bits missing. And so on the right hand side we've got the clutch mechanism here, which is got the push rod missing, which goes through the hole there, and also the actual mechanism itself is damaged. You can just see damage on there, so that will need replacing. And then we go to the front of the box, the front of the engine. You've got a hole there. That should be where there is an oil pressure relief valve. That's missing. That ain't gonna work. I've got the distributor cap missing, need one of them. And then when I look at the rocker cover, it's got some bits missing, but most importantly it's got this damage on here. So this has been broken off and sort of glued back on. So they cost about 25 quid for another second-hand one, so I might get one, but in the meantime I might just see how that one goes. And on the other side of the engine, oh dear, what have we got here? The clutch is in one piece. I've taken that apart, but there is a cup missing to hold these screws, so that needs finding. And spacers, so the alternator, rotor and stator fit nicely, but I need spacers for the bolts, and I need an end nut there, main shaft end nut. So that's all missing. And then when I look underneath, I've got the lubrication under there. You can't see it very well, but there's a sump and there's only 4 studs. There needs to be, sorry, 3 studs. There needs to be 4. So one of them, and loads of nuts and bolts to hold the primary chain case and the right hand side chain case. They're all missing. Oh, I'd have got a stud missing off there too. Yeah, stud not there. Need a stud. Anyways, it's all doable, but I just thought when I got the engine that it was in one piece. Never mind. Might get the barrel blasted. Might get that sand blasted. But in the meantime, I'm working on the primary chain case cover to make it look nice and shiny. At the moment it's full of pits and I can't see your face in that, so the next job is to make that as shiny as I possibly can so that I can see my face in it, but there are some dents in there and some marks caused by the Kickstarter or something that I'm never going to be able to polish out, so I just have to do my best. There we go. That's a lovely day outside. April the 23rd, St George's Day. It's now Sunday the 8th of May and it's a glorious spring day outside there, about 20 degrees. And I've been doing a bit of shopping since I did my engine audit. I only managed to buy about half what I wanted to because the place I went to didn't have it, so I've got to go elsewhere. And I also been online, so I bought loads of mounting screws to mount the primary chain case cover, which I've made look all shiny. I can't get the inspection cover there, that hole in the middle, so I've got to try and find that from somewhere. What I did buy, which is really annoying, is this alternator nut which fits on here on the main shaft, but it won't go on because the thread is buggered. So I've got to get a 5/8 die and try and make that thread look nice, and hopefully that nut will go on it. But if it doesn't work, then I've got to buy myself a new crankshaft and strip the engine down, which is going to be a right old pain in the bottom. The next thing I did was to try and buy a clutch. These go in here like that, in there. But I went to the shop, bought what I thought was the right part. It is too big. It's got a tapered diameter on it, so I've got to get a new one which looks like that, not like that. 3 steps forward and 2 steps back. So that's that side. That's the primary chain case side. Now look at the timing case side. And I took off the again, I've got more nice Allen head screws from SJ Engineering, which is great. And I took the inner timing case off, which was not too bad. And now inspecting the innards. So the gearbox looks fine. All the teeth look well, nice and unworn. Quadrant looks fine. This is a quadrant here. That's a quadrant. Everything else looks like it should work. It's a bit mucky, so I'm gonna have to clean it out. Turning to the oil pump, which is this bit here, the oil pump. That shouldn't need any attention, and I can see how it feeds up from the holes here. I couldn't get the oil pump mounting manifold screw, so I've got to look for that somewhere. And the camshaft gear there, and the main shaft gear that drives the camshaft, and the worm wheel. Let's take this spanner off. The worm wheel all look in good working order, but what I am struggling with is the distributor shouldn't turn like this. It should be straight, and here you can see moving is the distributor clamp, I think, and so I've got to get a distributor clamp screw to go in there. And then I can put the timing case back together. Oh yes, and yeah, and also we've got, I can see right in there, oh you can't see it, but the this screw here underneath here is the, oh I just got it, is the oil filler level screw, where there's a tube that comes up into here, and that looks fine. So once I've just got that distributor clamp screw there, I should be able to put this back together in the knowledge that it should all work. Well, I just got to put a new gasket on. I bought a set of gaskets somewhere. I bought a set of gaskets, so just got to scrape all that off, put the gaskets on, and put it all back together in the knowledge that everything appears to be spiffing. Lovely jubbly. I have to go in the garden now, get a bit of a suntan.